Long ago in ancient times, before Mr. Lowspec was born, before there was even an internet, an ancient evil was unleashed upon the world, and that evil's name is DNS, Domain Name System. Let's talk about it and find out why you'll eventually hate it. First, let's talk about FQDNs. What are FQDN? An FQDN, otherwise known as a fully qualified domain name, is composed of two parts. There is your host name, and then there is your domain name. Your domain name is normally something like vlan.org. As a Linux administrator, one of the things you need to know how to do is to change your host name. And just like every other thing on Linux, there's about 3 or 4 different ways you can do that. Let's talk about a couple of those. Did you know you could use nmtui to set a host name? Let's try that out. nmtui, set a host name. We shall call this lab1. Hit OK. And then we have to set a domain. So we click edit, and then we can go down to search domains, and that is lsl.org. And there we go. Then we hit OK. And that's how you set a host name using nmtui. There's a second utility we can also use to set host names. That utility is hostnamesctl. To configure hostnamesctl, we will do hostnamesctl set host name, and we shall call this lsl1. Now, when we cat/etc hosts, you'll see it's now set to LSL. So what did we just do? We set our host name using hostnamectl, and then we confirmed it got changed by reading the hostname file. That leads us to the third way to set a host name, and that is simply to edit the hostname file. So if we were to do echo lsl2 and then pipe that to /etc hostname, and then we were to do cat/etc hostname, you can see our hostname is now changed to lsl2. So there are 3 methods to change your host name.